This is Shaun Sport in podcast form.
Just a couple of things to touch on the new team that's going to come in 2028, Tasmania, the Devils. Hopefully they'll be called. We'll wait and see how that plays out.
It's not the Devils. What's the other options on the table?
Oh, what did I hear before?
It's not going to be Tigers.
Can't be Tigers
because
Richmond.
there's a Tiger.
They can't be.
Is there something? There's the Demons. So is that too close to the Devils?
Yeah, well, there is the Melbourne Demons already. So
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah.
Oh,
No, I'm
oh,
saying
yeah,
is
no,
Demons too
yes,
close
no,
to the
no,
Devils?
No, they reckon that would be a good.
Yeah.
That would be a Demon versus a Devil.
Yep.
Yeah.
There's Hawks and Eagles, so, you know.
Who knows? Who knows? Who knows? But one thing is, though, they want the team to make sure that they're competitive, so they'll get a lot of opportunities in the draft to be
Yeah,
able
so
to
the
get all the
concession
young
picks
players.
and things like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Which has happened with every expansion team.
Oh, Freo got absolutely rorted, mate. They're the only
Almost
team.
everyone.
Yeah.
They should be allowed to take one player, whoever they want, off each team.
Oh, great point, Nathan. So this is
imagine
what
that?
Patrick Dangerfield's proposed, that the new Tassie team has the opportunity to go and coach a great player out of every team in the competition to make sure that they get a good lineup in the first couple of years. Now, if you're under contract,
Yes.
you shouldn't be allowed to be wooed by an opposition
Okay.
team.
Yes.
And they do this,
But
by
on
way.
the
They
slide,
do this.
though.
They do on the slide.
Come on.
But you shouldn't have. Tasmania come at you and
Yeah.
you're getting paid $1 million at West Coast,
Yes.
and they come at you. Here's $2 million, and we want you straight away. That some of the teams are like that. That's rubbish. We can't have our best players being
picked off like that, yeah.
like that. But Patrick Dangerfield, who's the head of the Players Association, reckons it's up to the teams themselves to do a good job to keep you.
I think it generates competition with the existing clubs to provide a great framework for their players to enjoy and not want to leave. That is what I would say would make sense. And if you're insecure about the environment you're creating for your players, well, you need to revisit where you're at as a club.
I mean,
I still like the
salary
idea.
cap is the issue.
I do like
Yeah,
the
they'll have a
idea
bigger
of
one.
that. I think I'd love to see a world where they can pick whoever they want off each team, because then that
And
team
force them to move to
force them,
Tasmania.
like literally walk in there and go, okay, so at Eagles, I want Gov.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I want Jeremy McGovern, and Govern
Yep.
has no say, and then he has
Yes.
to go to Tasmania with his family. And then imagine if you've got if you build a football team off of that,
Of
you should
unhappy
be the
superstars.
Premiership team, shouldn't
Yes,
you be?
so if you get
yes, of
18
unhappy superstars
Who are just
that have
freezing.
been conscripted.
Yes, exactly.
Don't you think that'd be
Yeah,
interesting?
so you get 18 of the best players.
best players.
The best
Yes.
players from each
So
team.
you would
That's right.
18 of the best players. Would
Yeah.
you be in that
Dusty
Premiership?
Martin, off you go.
Yeah,
You'd have to be, yes?
That's the all Australian
Yeah.
team right there.
Yeah.
I don't know how you fit him in the salary cap. That'd be
Yeah, I mean,
interesting.
well, obviously you're throwing the salary cap out the window.
Yeah,
'cause
most
it's
definitely.
not possible. But
and secondly, on this thing, the one thing that people are asking me about, and I'm a bit miffed too. This stadium looks amazing, right? They're going to have a roof on the stadium.
Yes.
They're pumping 750 large into the area / the stadium. Ours is probably over $1 billion with the train
Yeah.
line and stuff. 23,000 seat stadium.
yes,
Do you think that
it's not a
sounds
great
short-sighted?
return. It's not a great return.
It
is.
is very short-sighted.
Per seat. It's
I
pretty
think,
expensive.
but then again, on the flip side, I think us not having a roof here is short-sighted too. We should at least have those triangular shade sails that people. Put in
Yeah,
their
it's a great
picture.
point. Oh, just a really big
Just
one.
just three.
I mean, weather-wise, our climate is far more amenable to an open stadium than Tasmania's.
Yes, but
and if you want those
23,000
23,000 people to turn up, they're not going
23
to turn
though.
up unless there's a roof.
It's an odd.
I
It's
suppose you're
it's an
doing
odd
it
number.
for population.
What's the?
You
what's
are,
how many could you seat at Blundstone Arena?
I never played at Blundstone, but I played at Launceston, and I to my eye, I thought there would be at least 20,000 people there.
So yeah, but it's not a big increase, is it?
No,
Oh,
so-
it's
so
not.
what would you
Doesn't
go
seem like you're future-proofing it.
No, if you're pumping that much, because you've got a roof on there,
Yes.
so Optus Stadium is built on one side of it where you can add 10,000 seats
Yeah.
to it, just the groundwork and stuff. But if you chuck a roof on it, that's it, isn't it?
What do you mean?
Well, there's no room for expansion.
Yeah,
if the
'cause then
roof
you-
is because there's a literal ceiling.
Yeah, right.
No builder, as you can see.
Yeah, I'm not too sure.
23,000.
It's one of those Is it one of those ones that like retracts and
Opens
stuff?
and closes. Is it?
Yeah, it's
like Marvel
yes.
Stadium.
So in theory,
It folds up into a couple of pieces, and you've just got a massive drawstring.
yeah.
those chains. So in theory, with that roof, if it's raining during the start of a game, then halftime the rain clears, would they open the roof for the second half of the game?
They used to do that at Marvel Stadium, Nate, but then they put in a rule and made it that every game has to have the roof plate on it, so it's the same conditions. Otherwise, what happens is the sun, if you've got a great sunny day, the sun gets in your eyes.
I was just thinking that if you're there and then suddenly you're going to open up the roof while everyone's there watching the game, the amount of stuff that gets collected on top of the roof, all these dead birds fall onto people.
Lionel Messi is the greatest player that's played in soccer around the world. Him and Cristiano Ronaldo. Nathan, I lost you straight up.
You haven't. Because I watched Welcome to Wrexham, so I'm in.
So soccer, the entire sport of soccer, you're on board.
Yeah, Ted Lasso, Welcome to Wrexham. I'm a soccer fan now.
Ted Lasso. Great show, everybody.
Thank you.
Moving on to Lionel just for a second. So he plays for PSG over in the Paris league, over in the French league. And he was suspended just a couple of days ago because the coach said if you win this game against, I can't remember who they're playing, then you'll have Monday and Tuesday off. Now, if you don't, then you have to come in on Tuesday. Well, he didn't come in both days, and he's the highest paid player just about in the world.
So they didn't win, I take it?
No, so they suspended him and they refused to play him for a period of time. So then his management are up in arms. He's out of contract this year, and straight away the Saudi Pro League have come knocking on his door and said, we will pay you 320 million euros season.
He said, au revoir.
Wow.
To go over there and play. Cristiano Ronaldo is currently playing there for 200 million euros
Dirty
a
Saudi
year.
money.
So when you're getting someone like him, it must be such a big decision whether to discipline someone that can just turn around
They're
and say,
above the
I don't
team.
need you, you need me.
Yes, Nathan.
He's Zava,
Yes.
if you want to take
He's
it back
Zava.
to Ted Lasso.
Ted Lasso.
Zava.
That is a really good point. In the article, they were saying that in the past, PSG has let a guy called Neymar just run riot.
Oh, yeah.
Because he was the big name player, the highest signing ever at that particular time, probably about 5 or 6 years ago. So they've kind of thought it backfired, so we're going to have to come in heavy-handed.
Yeah.
And
now
it's backfired a bit more.
Skid the wheels.
It's sort of like you here because like you do whatever you want. He runs rampant. He's the station's diva.
Gets paid
and
the
then
most.
anytime you're challenged, you said, I don't need this. I've got heaps of money and properties and personal wealth is huge.
I'm happy to walk out the door.
You say that all the time, Natalie. Yes, he does.
Oh, yeah, well, that's,
1,000%.
From on top of
Remember
his
only last
pile
year
of gold.
when we had the lady in the paper telling me that I've got no chance of having any money in my
And
life.
what
they
happened to her? She got fired. She got fired because she was wrong. Because they drove past your mansion
Oh, yeah, okay, yeah. 4 bedrooms will do it.
in one wing. Wingy.
If you win the EPL, by the way, you get £44 million, and Manchester City are on the verge of winning that. But their salary for their season is upwards of 250 plus million.
But they
pounds.
sell a lot of shirts. Like, there's some merchandising opportunities.
But you get second, you get 41, so there's not a big difference.
It's not a big incentive to win, is there?
They do sell a lot of shirts, though, because fans don't just have one shirt, do they? They have one shirt from every season and then all the different types of
That's what they
games.
do.
And how much is a shirt these days?
Oh, God, that'd be $100 Australian all
More,
day.
probably.
Well, there you go.
Yeah.
There you go.
And ticket sales, they're making money. They'll be fine.
Yeah,
they're
they're
all
right.
owned by billionaires. I don't think we need to worry.
Or like celebrity actors.
Yeah.
Celebrity actors,
yeah,
what you're saying.
close to billionaires.
Welcome to
yeah.
Wrexham.
Oh, well, one is a billionaire.
Yeah, exactly.
Shaun Sport is a Nova podcast. For more great comedy shows like this, head to novapodcast.com.au.